Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.
It's 7 o'clock. You're listening to the network service of Radio Nigeria. Welcome to the Bulletin of the News. I am Noura Muhammad. This news is streaming live on radionigeria.gov.ng. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Radio Nigeria HQ and on Facebook at facebook.com/Radio Nigeria Network. Experts have projected that the global community is most likely to move from a health crisis to serious economic uncertainties following the coronavirus pandemic. For example, both the United Nations and the World Bank say the situation in Nigeria with dwindling fortunes from oil, its mainstay, requires alternative ways to salvage millions of people from imminent food insecurity. Suggestions are that there is an urgent need to diversify the economy with increase in cash crops production to avert a post-pandemic food and economic crisis. In this report, science correspondent Rabi Momo examines federal government's efforts to revive cotton production across the country to create jobs.
For over 40 years, Nigeria was rated as one of the cotton production destinations of the world, with bumper yield, which was the source of raw material for many textile industries that provided employment for millions of people. During the pre-independence and just before the oil boom days, cotton, which was a major cash crop, usually grown in the savanna belts of the north and southwestern regions, contributed significantly to Nigeria's economic fortune. However, the situation has drastically changed as the commodity is no longer being produced reasonably, with many farmers quitting cotton production and textile industries are comatose, thereby making the country a dumping ground for substandard materials. Among the reasons for the drastic drop in cotton production in Nigeria are contaminated seeds, low quality yield, and loss of interest in the farming of the commodity. But since the ravaging effects of the coronavirus pandemic on the world economies, including Nigeria, revamping cotton production as an alternative way of boosting the nation's economy has become imperative. The Institute of Agricultural Research, Zaria, in collaboration with other research institutes and foreign partners, said they have now developed 2 hybrid varieties of cottons to enable farmers to have quality seeds and address the challenges that have plagued the production of the cash crop for many years. Free samples of these new varieties have already been distributed to farmers across 14 states of the North and Southwest by the National Variety Committee to experiment on them with a view to adopting the cash crop for mass production. The National Biotechnology Development Agency, NABDA, an open forum on agricultural biotechnology, OFAB, who were the promoters of this technology, said the new varieties will address the challenges of insect and pest infestations, drought, seed viability, and flood. The Acting Director General, NABDA, Professor Alex Akpa, and the Coordinator, OFAB Nigeria, Dr. Rose Gidado, speak.
Succor has come the way of our farmers and the textile industry following the development of a genetically modified variety of cotton.
There's an increase in the farmers' crop yield and other environmental stress. You have the heat, you have the drought, and then early maturation is actually another unintended benefit that comes from the use of these improved seeds. And then there's a reduction in pesticide use because it's been developed to resist the pink bollworm complex and other insects. So there's a reduction in the use of pesticide by 37%, and that gives you cost benefit, and that is what is responsible for the reduction in production costs.
Dr. Rose Gidado also spoke on the benefit of these 2 varieties to farmers and the economy.
The textile industries will be revamped in Nigeria, jobs will be created and then wealth generated, and then the generaries will also be reactivated because many of them are moribund, both the generaries and the textile industries. Then growth of GDP will be increased. Nigeria will be able to export cotton to other countries of the world and will be a global trade player. Farmers will be in business and they will also be empowered.
According to the Minister of Science and Technology, Dr. Bonaya Onu, there is an attempt by government to look inward and make available to farmers improved technologies that will enhance their yield and income even after the COVID-19 pandemic.
I am happy that we have been working to solve many problems and overcome new challenges in agriculture, environment, manufacturing for a better life
farmers, Chairman Jinas Association of Nigeria, Alhaji Salman Abdullahi and Malam Ibrahim Mahazu said it was long overdue to revamp cotton production and revive the textile industry.
It is with cotton and groundnut that we are able to even explore oil. If we are able to successfully achieve what we are aiming to achieve, you too will be a farmer.
I had the opportunity of learning about a quarter of a hectare, and I was able to get about 728 kilograms. That's almost a ton, which was impossible in those years, even if I have 20 hectares.
Government, in an attempt to cushion the effect of COVID-19 on the economy, the FCT-CBN Anchor Borrower Scheme has given farmers cotton seeds for this year's farming season. And the chairman of the association, Malam Muftahu Modne, and some members, Ibrahim Korbe and Shehu Abdullahi, said reviving cotton production will help the country cope with the shock from the prices of oil globally.
We just abandoned it, our textile shut down, but now government are trying to revive textiles as they try on rice.
We are just starting. That's why the CBN approved only 1 hectare for each farmer to see how we are going to use time of pandemic to improve our economic status.
I want to encourage my fellow farmers to join hands in these cotton activities to make sure we create other income to our resources.
According to another farmer, Ibrahim Ishaya, collaboration with government and OFAB will bring about the effective domestication of the technology.
I want government to join this offer so that this technology will reach all of us in the village when the farm cutting. That is what I want government to do, because now farm now they help everybody now.
Meanwhile, a visit to some cotton farming communities in parts of the north, some of them who were eagerly awaiting the technology said they were yet to know of such initiative by the government.
It's a nice program if really to come to be reality. But for now, I don't get any real information about it.
If this cotton farming is being revived, I think this will go a long way in curtailing the problem of unemployment and fighting poverty.
In response, the Director General of NAFDA, Professor Alex Akpa, said enlightenment campaign will be intensified throughout the cotton production states and call on the private sector to key into the technology through commercialization. Farmers are asking government to put measures in place amidst the pandemic to enhance accessibility of the hybrid cotton seed to them for large-scale adoption and production. These, they said, will create jobs for the teeming population and help in the realization of government's dream of lifting millions of people out from poverty. In Abuja, Rabi Momo, Radio Nigeria.
Radio Nigeria, uplifting the people and uniting the nation.